Hello and welcome everyone. This is our next match of day one of the 12th Alliance tournament. This is CCP Fozzie, joined by Bacchanalian, and we've got Moist versus Easily Excited, the amazing matchup of suggestive names. And those of you that watched our tournament last year might be having some flashbacks after seeing Moist set up here. Moist has brought 3 Dominixes, a Tengu, 3 Molluses, a Jaguar, Merlin, and 3 Kestrels, likely trying to replicate the success of the Dominix Tinker setups from last year. It'll be interesting to see how they do.
Yep, Bacchanalian here, and looking at the Easily Excited team, they have brought a Damnation, Oneros, 3 Vexor Navies, 3 Vexors, and a very familiar set of cruisers, 3 Enyos, and a Harpy, so we're going to see an awful lot of drones. Imagine that.
The match has now begun. We've seen the entire Moist team come in at 50. We were talking a little bit before the match started about what we expect the guys to do on this team, and I was thinking that they're probably going to make their way slowly back to the micro jump unit behind them, but they're not. They're playing this as if this was 2013, and they're just sitting still.
Yeah, what's interesting, the Damnation warped in at 50, just keeping it way back out of the way. It speaks to putting a lot of points into that ship. We talked about that a little bit earlier. It's still a valuable ship, but here we see drones crossing the field from the Easily Excited team onto Moist, and you see the first Mollus starting to take damage, perhaps auto-aggro from being damped.
Yeah, so a lot of these drones are infiltrators, which is another thing that's changed since last year when infiltrators weren't very good. But now having drones that deal EM damage is working just fine. And that Mollus got some reps, but then went down. Wow, he dropped pretty quickly, and the Tango just wasn't able to keep up with him.
Yep, and the second Mollus, we're seeing the same thing. His shields are getting blasted away. I don't even see shields coming back on this one. Tengu did not have him locked. That's the sort of thing you might want to pre-lock as a Logi.
Tengu has damps on him, too. So
perhaps he can.
Amazingly, Moist has managed not to win the damp war with 3 Molluses.
And the Oneros we see for the Easily Excited team is starting to go into armor. We lose another frigate on the Moist side, so...
That's all 3 Molluses down. That's going to be a lot of their powerful damping off the field, which is going to make the life of that Oneros a whole lot easier to keep the rest of his team alive. Meanwhile, still a lot of E-War being applied to the Moist team. They're going to try to pick off the rest of these frigates. Now, that's going to hurt them in allowing the concentration of E-War and taking the damps off of the Easily Excited guys, but almost all of the Moist points are in those first 4 ships. 3 Dominixes and a Tengu is almost their entire team worth of points.
Well, this is something we've seen before today, and we've seen it before in past tournaments. If you win the support war, you're at a significant advantage for the rest of the match. And here we go. You have 3 Enyos and a Harpy going up against some Tech 1 frigates and Molluses. You're going to win that support war, and here they did. They executed that perfectly. They're going to wind up against a Tengu and 3 Damis before too long, and without losing a ship, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, the Moist guys have been trying to, after failing to kill the Oneros, they tried switching to a Vexor and failed to kill that. Now they're back trying to pick away at that Oneros. Dominixes in the past have been quite good at killing logistic ships in this kind of format, but it's just not doing the job in this case. We've increased the point cost of Dominixes since the last tournament because they have a lot of advantages in this kind of tournament format that serve them very well. The immunity to E-War, the ability to track small targets quite well. And Moist decided to play like it was the 11th Alliance tournament, and it isn't working out for them.
And that Tengu of theirs is absolutely getting pounded. He's tanking for now, but his shields are almost stripped. He's starting to bleed into armor now. You see a Vexor of Count Scary on the Easily Excited team starting to take damage, but now the Tengu's almost at half armor. The Tengu's down, and those Damis just melt, and here we go into structure now, and it's only a matter of another volley or 2 before he's off the field. Meanwhile, again, Easily Excited have not lost a ship.
Yeah, there we go. That's him down, and these Dominixes, Shield Dominix is not known for having a ton of effective hit points, a big buffer. They're still not moving. You'd think like moving a little bit, getting some orbiting going would at least reduce a little bit of your incoming damage, but no, they've decided they don't even want to try moving, and except for the first one has just started to inch away now, and it's only a matter of time. We do see fireworks on the field. It looks like some members of the Easily Excited team have gotten too excited and decided to let off the fireworks.
Oh, looks like a little prematurely there. The match is not quite over yet, but definitely see that first Dami of Turris on the Moist team well into armor now. Once his shields dropped, his armor just vanished into structure. He's going to explode, and again, I think this is going to be a clean shutout for Easily Excited, which... Again, looking at these comps, I guess not terribly surprising, but I would have expected them to perhaps break through a Vexor, maybe get the Logi down, something.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is surprising they didn't kill anything, but this setup is, I think, definitely subpar for this tournament, and it's something they're going to have to improve upon next weekend if they want to stay in the tournament. It's a bit sad for me to see Moist dropping to the losers bracket. I have a special affinity for them because they have what is my favorite alliance description. Everyone should go check out their alliance description. I really love it. They obviously have a sense of humor, but as that Dominic's drops now, just leaving one, that hasn't translated to effectiveness in this match.
Yeah, one dummy left. They finally do look like they actually took a chunk out of the Oneros, but at this point it's well beyond too late.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a call in local to loot the field.
Yep, yeah. Looting the field, a time-honored tradition. Obviously, with a lot of flagships flying around today, there's been a lot of very expensive modules. Not too many of those flagships died, but always good to check just in case to see if there's something really cool on the field. Oh, by the way, I've been asked by the recruiting officers of the CCP Alliance Tournament Corporation to let all those that have applied know that unfortunately you just didn't measure up. We thank you for your applications, but we need to be a bit more selective. So good luck with your next corporate application.
And it looks like the easily excited group are indicating local that they are low sec poor, so every little bit they can scrape together will help them in the future. So yeah, a very clean win to them. That looks like a very impressive turnout. They executed that very well. And I guess the next matchup we'll be seeing is Test Alliance versus Ashrakan. Am I correct there?
Yes, indeed. So we'll be back for that after just a few minutes of ads.